Let's have a look at the learning objectives for this module. First, we want to understand the basics of the project management and accounting module, what it's all about, what the core concepts are. Next, we'll take a look at the life cycle of a project and understand how it progresses from its initiation through its completion. We'll look at the basic attributes of a project and make sure that we're able to view, edit, create, and copy projects by the time we're done. So let's start with that question, what is a project? A project is a group of activities designed to provide a service, produce a product, or achieve a result. Projects consume resources and generate financial results in the form of revenues or assets. Dynamics AX enables project managers, accountants, and team members to effectively plan and execute projects to achieve business results. The first important dimension of a project is the scope of work to be performed. There are several modules that are focused on how scope can be estimated and forecasted so that realistic expectations can be set, and how that scope can be managed throughout the execution of the project. The second dimension of a project is resources. In later modules, we'll be learning how to reserve and schedule human resources as well as materials and subcontracted labor to apply to the execution of projects. The third dimension is cost. Projects' costs can come in the form of human resources applied to execute the project, as well as expenses and materials that are consumed. We'll be reviewing how to estimate cost, ensure profitability, and track your project to ensure the costs and associated revenue are in line with expectations. The project features in Dynamics AX are applicable across a range of industries. Oftentimes, in various industries, different terminology will be used to describe project-based work. In advertising and construction, you may hear the term job to describe designing or constructing a site or building. In legal scenarios, a matter may be used to describe a set of related activities. When operating a call center, a ticket may be used to describe the set of actions required to resolve a call. Consulting companies, such as management or technical consulting organizations or advertising agencies, refer to their activities as projects. In marketing, a campaign represents a set of work to be delivered. In project-based manufacturing, a production order relates the different work that needs to be done to produce some finished goods. Whatever the name, these projects involve resources, schedules, and costs, and the project management and accounting module in Dynamics AX can help the planning, execution, and recording of these projects. Now, let's take a look at some of the key processes that are covered in the project management and accounting module. Although this process flow is geared towards projects performed on behalf of one or more customers, the functionality is also applicable for internal cost-only projects. During initiation, there are a number of key processes that occur. We have labor, expenses, and materials being estimated and communicated out to the customer in the form of a project quotation. The billing terms, limits, and agreements are recorded in a project contract. Work is planned and estimated using a work breakdown structure. Forecasts and budgets are used to guide the project execution. They're all set up at this point. And team members can be booked and assigned to planned work. Then we move to execution of the project. At this point, team members or managers record work and expenses incurred using timesheets, expense reports, and other business documents. The project manager has tools to monitor the consumption of budgeted amounts for the project. Project managers are able to order, pick, or procure materials for their use in projects using purchase orders and other business documents, and invoices are prepared and approved to bill customers for ongoing work. Finally, revenue is recognized during this process to impact the organization's financials. As projects continue to be executed in the organization, we provide tools and documents to help understand profitability, cash flow, resource utilization, and other key metrics of the organization. Throughout this course, you'll learn how to apply Dynamics AX to the various business processes to help organizations plan and execute successful projects. Before we jump into the software and get started, let's look at how some of these project concepts are related to one another and what terminology we use in the project. At its most basic, a project is used to group transactions that record costs and post these costs to the general ledger. Generally, these transactions are the result of business documents, such as timesheets, expense reports, vendor invoices, or inventory transactions. Projects are relevant for internal, cost-only projects as well as for billable projects. For billable projects, the project is related to a contract, which defines the billing terms. This will result in customer invoices and the resulting financial impact. Some projects can be decomposed into sub-projects, either to facilitate billing or to divide the work among different teams. Each project may include a team which defines and reserves the human resources working on the project. Usually, projects start their life cycle with estimations, forecasts, and budgets that help plan and anticipate the work and the financial impacts of the projects. There will be lots of detail on all of these concepts in the upcoming modules, but to get started, let's have a look at a project in Dynamics AX.